Welcome back to our channel, Warriors. We are still growing. Make sure you continue to share and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. This story right here, man. This story right here, you wouldn't believe it, right? You wouldn't believe it unless you heard it. I'm about to tell you. It's been over a month since I've been giving you reason after reason of why I left the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation after 16 years at the rank of lieutenant, right? Why would I do that? Pay attention. I was at Richard J. Donovan Correctional Facility, RJD. Every warden there lasts about 1 year. Highest revolving door I've ever seen in my life. Could you imagine what that's doing to the troops and to the inmates? Out of control. So, we get this warden, right? Short dude, big giant ears, right? Huge ears with the ego to match. This was during the non-designated implementation, meaning we were going to mix the GPs and S and Ys because the powers above said we were going to do that, right? This is all new to us. They tell us to do something, we're going to do it because they're paying us a lot of money. Until you start putting two and two together and realizing, oh, this is a bad idea, right? So, aside from the mixing of the GP and the S and Y, Sacramento headquarters, you have to understand how things work. If I refer to Sacramento, that's what I'm talking about. CDCR, headquarters. If they say something, all the little minions and people without brains will jump and do without saying. Even if it's wrong. Even if it's unethical to obtain what they're asking. Even if it endangers the whole entire everyone. They're gonna still do it, right? Because they want to chase that next promotion. They want to make warden. They want to make associate director, chief deputy director, director. In their head, they think that titles make a person. Wow. That's something I learned when I was 17. A title is just that. A title, right? It's a respect earned, not demanded, that makes you who you are and your reputation. Well, let me tell you about Big Ears. Aside from, he was acting warden. He was trying to become a warden. He was in the process of getting vetted. So, Sacramento was also saying, your inmate numbers are too high in ADSEG, the hole. Meaning you have too many inmates in the hole, we get them out of the hole. So, mind you, there's reasons, and I go back to one of my videos. I talk about what will land you in the hole. There's some stuff that you cannot, right? Battery on a peace officer, if an inmate assaults a cop, CO, you have to go to the hole. It's mandatory. You have to go to ADSEG. Every Thursday, they have a thing called Institutional Classification Committee, ICC. That's where the warden and the chief deputy warden and like a panel of like managers with a counselor will meet at a table just like this with an inmate in ADSEG and discuss their case factors, why they're back there, how much longer they're going to probably foresee to stay back there, and where they will eventually go. Transfer out, go to another yard. That's what happens at these ICCs. I'm painting the picture for you guys. This is going to get good. Don't leave yet. You should have warmed up some popcorn, but hold on. So me being the good old lieutenant that I was, always paying attention to the radio. Always. Right? And I would always hear staff assault. Housing Unit 6, which was our ADSEG. Housing Unit 6 and Housing Unit 7 on Bravo Yard were the ADSEG. Building 6, Building 7. Staff assault, Housing Unit 6. Inmate resisting staff, Housing Unit 6. Continuously hear this, right? And I'm thinking like, damn, that's a lot. Like, the fuck, what's going on over there, right? I had developed a very, 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 very good rapport with the staff. Clearly, I'm a straight shooter. I'm not trying to stab nobody in the back, right? If I'm coming, you're gonna see me coming, right? So I would ask them, what's going on over there? And they would tell me this, and I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it, right? And you guys will probably not believe it either. Man. With the implementation of the non-designated, right? And before I go any further, I just want to, for the record, I have all the documentation. I have all the incident reports, 837s. I have my write-up that I received behind this. It is far out. I will never speak on anything that didn't happen. This is the truth. The cops proceed to tell me, hey man, like, this is crazy. Like, the warden, big ears, is telling us, take this inmate right now, as is, from the committee room and take him to Alpha Yard. Drag him over there if you have to. Implying, right? Take him over there. Which was extremely odd because that's not how that works. At a normal prison, with a normal warden, Sentinella was good at this. It's, you go to committee, you tell the inmate, hey man, go pack up your stuff. We're going to escort you back to your cell. It was already known. And then you will be moving. Everything was understood. Everything was agreed upon. But these inmates, of course, did not want to go to Alpha Yard. And rightfully so, because they were going to get stabbed, beat up. It was, you're mixing SNY and GP. So they had safety concerns, right? That's why they went to the hole. That's why they went to ADSEG. They were in fear of their life, of their safety. The warden, in all his might, the pen is mightier than the sword. Well, you know who has a bigger pen? The one that is not held down by the CDCR rules. Woo! Feels great. Anyhow, this guy proceeds to, unbelievable, tell the officers, drag them as is, take them, right? So that's what I was hearing. Staff assault, housing unit 6. Resisting staff, housing unit 6. These inmates are inmates. They're gonna, in a fear of survival, in a fear of like, they're gonna resist, right? Because you're, oh my God, it's wild. This should never happen. None of this should ever happen. They're taking them and physically moving this guy, which is against our own rules, man. I already told officer, sergeant, lieutenant, I know policy and procedure. I know use of force. That's how I stayed out of trouble. That's how I kept my cops out of trouble. If they listened. But you cannot physically grab an inmate and move him from point A to point B if he doesn't want to. That, my friend, is called a controlled use of force. Well, no. You have big ears giving the order to grab these inmates and take them at all costs. This story is going to get so far out, you're not even going to believe it anymore. I told you, I have the documentation. Now, when an inmate's resisting in any way, shape, or form, an officer automatically is going to do what he has to do. Automatically. Now, you have an inmate resisting. He's going to dump him. He's going to take him down to the ground, right? In order to prevent any more injuries, any more chaos, right? At that point, the cop is not in the wrong, right? At that point, the inmate is resisting. Hey, dude, you resist, you're going down. That's it. Now, mind you, this happened because the warden was giving that order. So imagine what kind of messed up spot you were in if you were a cop and you're having a warden tell you to do this and it's ending south. Well, buckle up. Buckle up. Because I'm about to drop a big one on you guys. To put the cherry on top, the warden would then forward those incidents to the Office of Internal Affairs. OIA, why would you do that? I can't. The stuff I was seeing, I couldn't process. It wasn't adding up. Oh, this story gets worse. Oh my, you're probably asking how. Pay attention. Keep watching. Now the poor cops are going under investigation for doing exactly what the warden told them to do. Verbatim. Get this inmate and drag him, take him to point A to point B right now. I don't care. I'm the warden. My ears are big. I have the title warden. I told you guys, title is just a title. It's not going to save you from people like me that hold the people accountable exactly the way I'm doing it. Some people's values and integrity and ethics are bigger than you can ever imagine. You're watching it. The poor cops, oh my God, Lieutenant, I don't know what to do. Please help. I've never seen anything like this before. We're only doing what we're being asked to do, and now we're getting in trouble over it. Man, your boy right here having a hamster on steroids. Imagine a hamster wheel. The rutina. That hamster is on right there, right? So, I was coverage relief, meaning I kind of bounced around, or I did bounce around as a lieutenant. I filled whatever post was vacant. And I'm hearing, this just didn't happen 5 times. Didn't probably happen 10 times. This happened a lot of times. A lot. Right? They were using the investigative services. He was using the investigative services unit, ISU, to do his dirty work, but they didn't want to. They were only following orders. Right? Did you order the code red? You're goddamn right I ordered the code red. Well, they were going under investigation. He was putting the people he was telling what to do under investigation. Oh my God. One day, the day before Thanksgiving fell on a Thursday. They held a special committee on Wednesday because Thursday was a holiday. Your boy right here was assigned ADSEG lieutenant. You ain't gonna play me for a fool. I'll tell you that much right now. I'm telling you, I used to run circles around these clowns. I'm minding my own business in Housing Unit 7, right? Avoiding whatever is shenanigans and unethical acts that are happening in Housing Unit 6 on behalf of the warden and his cronies. Well, you had one of my peers, he was doing acting captain. This guy wasn't bad. He was decent to me. He calls me over, hey, come over right now. So I'm like, oh, here we go. I walk over to Housing Unit 6. We're in the sergeant's office now. I'm a lieutenant. He's an acting captain. He tells me, hey, they're about to do a direct admit. That's what the warden was calling them, direct admit. I looked at him and said, why would you do that? Why would you call me over here when they're about to do that? Why would you do that? And he started like, yeah, Brian, I know it's messed up. I said, man, I was minding my own business over there. Why would you do that? Oh, you start hearing the screams. No, I don't want to go. No, please. Man, the alarm didn't go off, right? The alarm didn't go off. I'm in there as I'm hearing the screams. No, I don't want to go. No, that was the inmate yelling. I don't want to go. They were in essence dragging him, moving him from point A to point B, from the committee room to Alpha Yard. Wow. On behalf of the warden's instructions. We didn't hear nothing. They left. Right, I'm looking at my partner like this the whole time, like, did you seriously involve me in this right now, man? Not less than 1 minute later, the officers come back and said, LT, we have to write reports. We used force. The first thing that goes through my mind is, okay, cool. They're cool. They use force. They're being honest. Of course they're being honest. They weren't anything but. They know they used force. They're going to document it. They're letting me know. Everything's cool. Then they kind of got scared. Man, it's messed up. They were like, ALT, we're going to get in trouble. We're going to get fired. Like, please help us. Like, man, we're not cool with this. And I'm like, hold on, guys. Hold on, right? Because I always kept cool, right? Like, I always kept even keel, right? You can't let your troops know that you're getting bothered, right? So I'm like, hey, relax, man, relax. Don't trip. So, as a lieutenant, as an incident commander, I have now inherited this incident. This is my incident. I'm the incident commander. I have to gather reports. I have to make it in one lengthy thing. I have to observe the officer's use of force, see if it met the criteria within policies and procedures and training. And that's me. I do the whole package, right? That's the rank of lieutenant. But I'm smarter than they are, man, by far, by leaps and bounds. By even me putting this video out, they never would have expected this. Who would walk away from $100,000 for this? This is priceless. Oh, this is priceless. Oh, I want to see their reactions. One of the perks, one of the things I can do as a lieutenant is ask questions. Formal questions in a report format. It's called a clarification. The officer submits a report. I review it. I need something clarified. I shoot back a clarification via whether it was a written or saw on the computer. It has transpired, right? We went from written reports to the computer reports. Either way, you can write back a clarification question. I said, don't trip, guys. Who was in that classification room? Hey, right here. There's like two of them. Cool, check this out. Were you inside the classification committee room during inmate so-and-so's committee? They write back, yes. Beautiful. I'm boom, your boy right here has a big fishing rod, right? He's about to hook the warden. So, who gave you the instructions to escort inmate so-and-so from the classification committee room to Alpha Yard? Well, per the warden, he gave us the instructions and the directions and the order to escort inmate so-and-so to Alpha Yard. Beautiful. You guys see where I'm going with this? I tell them and their eyes just got like, oh man, the Savior has arrived, right? So, third question, man. I'm good. I ask both of them on paper, formally, did you feel that you would be refusing a direct order by not escorting inmate so-and-so from the ICC committee room to Alpha Yard? Yes, absolutely, LT. That's what we're trying to tell you. I know. This is great. Now it's great. Ball's in my court. Ball's in our court. Yeah, that's what they wrote back. They replied, yes. Per the direction and order given by the warden himself, we felt that we would be refusing a direct order if we did not escort that inmate. In other words, it was implied, right? We're not going to play dumb. We're not going to play dumb. So, boom. Checkmate. Checkmate, right? Wrong! I told you! I used to back these dudes into corners. They used to get the chessboard and slam it on my head. Bah! They don't play by the rules. That's called unethical. I can't stomach it. I literally can't stomach it. Right? I'm probably going to miss breakfast today because I'm thinking about this. It's really making me sick to my stomach. I'm not joking. They write me up. They write me up. Why would they do that? Why? They got me on a technicality that was false, fake. You have like 10 days to submit or like 5 days to submit an incident report at that time from the package that was complete, right? I already told you this was Wednesday. I told you Thanksgiving was Thursday. We all know Black Friday's on Friday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's 5 days. I put that report in that box within those stupid time frames. When they came in on Monday and checked their box, they said, oh, it's on day 6. That lieutenant failed to submit the incident packet within the 5 days. All to spite me, all to retaliate against me, all to target against me. I'm showing you guys. This is it. You probably can't believe it. I got all the documentation, man. Right? This is great, man. This is great. That dude's still a warden today, up north. Just so you guys know, right? So if he's asking you to do shenanigans, use my video as a reference, right? Document everything. This clown is a joke, man. Straight joke, right? Absolute joke. Should just retire. All these unethical people should just retire, right? With that said, lesson for today is accountability. Accountability, accountability, accountability. We must hold ourselves accountable, right? Because if we don't, you bet your sweet dollar somebody else will. Thank you for that. Keep pushing forward.